following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now. You going already?
I should have left last night.
I'm coming with you.
What about your father? He's feeling pretty bad, you know.
Forget him.
You couldn't do that.
You watch me. I'll go get my things.
Sarah. It's a 2-day ride.
I've ridden all my life. Maybe we can get back sooner. How much do you love me?
Well, she's got a great little body.
Is that all you like?
Oh, I like a lot of things, but I like that best.
You want to see the next one now?
Well, if she's got what the other one's got, trot her out.
In a slightly different arrangement, perhaps.
God in his infinite wisdom.
All right, Pat, let's have the next test.
Asleep now. You going already?
I should have left last night.
I'm going with you.
What about your father? He's feeling pretty bad, you know.
Forget him.
You couldn't do that.
Watch me. I'll get some things.
Sarah. It's a 2-day ride.
I've ridden all my life. Maybe we'll be back sooner. How much you love me.
Well, I tell you the kind of a director I am, Kevy.
Well, I already know the kind of director you are, Bud. You could go either way or one of a dozen others, right?
Right. So I'll tell you what I'll do for you. You just tell me which one, you got your eye on, and I'll go with her. Don't tell me I'm an anachronism in my own time.
Look, you just tell me which one you want, and you have her. Well, I suppose I should rephrase that, shouldn't I?
No, wait a minute. Don't worry about me. You know, this 5th marriage of mine is really working out. Really. Boy, that's the meanest dame I've ever been married to. I'll be all business on this picture.
It's always nice to hear a heartwarming story.
All right, so I'll tell you what I'll do with you. We'll go with the one that rides the horse best. How's that?
The best rider, that's the way you want to choose?
Yeah. Well, look, they're both good actresses, both good looking. Besides, look, it's only a small role, so the important thing is which one rides the best, right?
But look, they're both actresses.
Now, look, Kev, you want to bring this picture in on time, don't you? Well, the less time I got to waste teaching some dame how to ride, the less time I'll be over schedule, right?
All right. All right. How about the Studio Ranch tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.? I'll have both girls on horses for you.
I always like to work with a reasonable producer. Hey, that horse don't look mean enough to me.
He's mean enough. Look, why don't you do us all a favor? Hire a stunt girl for the riding.
Now, listen, we've been through all this stuff before.
Easy.
I want the camera up close, you understand? So close that there's no doubt about who's doing the riding. What I don't want is some stunt girl for the long shots and what's her name here?
Diane.
And the other one
Rachel.
for the close stuff. I want one long, continuous shot. Do you understand that?
How much is safety worth to you?
As much, but no more than a good picture is worth.
Hey, cool it, both of you.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't want to start a beef with you, kid. You'd probably knock my brains out. So we'll do it my way.
Hello. I just love your outfit. I didn't have time to go shopping yesterday. I had to squeeze in another riding lesson.
Oh, where do you ride?
Little gyp joint in the valley. Might just pay off today. Never would have guessed how well you rode might get you a part.
Nor did I. I must say, I don't think it's very fair.
Oh, can't you ride?
That's not the point, is it? We're actresses, and they should judge us as actresses.
Well, frankly, I'm surprised you're even interested in this part.
Why not?
Well, all that elegance gone to waste in a Western?
Did you ever catch an elegant Grace Kelly in High Noon?
Well, she was never one of my favorites. Apparently, you never got over her.
Hey, which one of you gals want to go first? We've got a real killer horse here, all saddled up and ready for you.
Ladies first?
Either way.
All right, I'll go first. Work a little of the meanness out of him. Hello, Mr. Blake. It's a thrill to meet you. I just love your pictures.
Yeah? How much riding you done, Angel?
About $50 worth.
All right, come here, I'll show you what I want you to do. You listen too, Miss Waring. I'm just going to say this one time. Now, it's nice and simple. All you got to do is trot out there to those barrels, see? Do a little cutting in and out, and then weave around the barrels and come on back here in a nice little gallop. While you're out there among them barrels, I want you to sit in a nice, solid, tight seat in the saddle. Keep a good check rein on that horse, you know, and move, see? Move right with that horse, see? It's all down there in the rhythm of your hips. See?
Sure. All I have to do is a little of this and a little of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You got the idea, Angel. Come on, let's mount up.
Grab him, cowboy. Well, how'd I do?
Well, $50 worth of riding lessons doesn't get you too far down the trail now, does it, Angel?
Not that bad.
We won't know till we see the other gal ride now, will we? You're up, Miss Waring. Got yourself a part, Miss Waring. That ought to relieve your mind on the safety factor.
She's good.
Congratulations, Diane.
Thank you. That was unfair.
Don't you worry about that little filly. She'll live to ride another day. Actresses.
Rachel. What a surprise. I'm glad you're here.
That why you invited me so many times?
Rachel, cut the sarcasm. I wanted to have everyone up. It's just taken so long to get settled.
I can imagine. What with you and the horse?
Oh, you've looked around, I see.
Yes, I met him and saw what I came to see. Just how badly you embarrassed me and tricked me,
Tricked you?
pretending you couldn't ride.
But I didn't.
Yes, you did. I don't think it's a fair test.
It wasn't. I've always loved horses.
Really? What did Daddy do? Go out and buy you one when he heard about this part?
I've ridden all my life, Rachel. That's why it wasn't a fair test. And I do feel badly about it.
Sure. Sure you do.
See you. I'm sorry.
I always get like this when I lose a part. It's beautiful, really.
Thank you. Come on in.
Obviously, I don't have the hang of how a contract actress should live. My money is clearly not doing enough for me.
I took this place because of the horse.
Oh. He likes it.
Did you get a good look at the stable? Perhaps you feel more comfortable out there.
Nice one.
Rachel, let's stop this, please.
Just when you're winning?
Neither one of us is winning, but we both could. Why don't we make a fair situation out of a very unfair one? My horse is right out there. You can borrow him anytime you like.
No, thank you.
Excuse me, Miss Waring. Did you want lunch for two?
Oh, Rachel, this is Maria.
Hello.
How are you, Maria?
Won't you stay for lunch?
No.
Thank you, Maria. I'll eat later.
Wow. A housekeeper.
I also have a gardener. I wouldn't mention him because he only comes once a week. But this happens to be his day, and I'm sure you'll spot him.
We had 3 gardeners at the orphanage, and they came every day.
Rachel, stop feeling sorry for yourself. You happen to be a very attractive orphan, a very good actress. You just can't ride a horse yet, that's all. So why don't you borrow mine? The more you ride, the better you'll be.
What I don't understand is why you want to help the competition.
Simple. I want you to learn to ride as well as I do, so I can beat you on other grounds.
I like that.
Then stay for lunch and I'll saddle him up for you.
No. I'm really not up to seeing your china and your crystal and your silver. Goodbye, Diane.
Rachel?
Coming, just a minute. Well, you suggested it.
How'd it go?
Fine. I had a wonderful ride, thank you. I've got to go now.
Rachel, I'm sorry about today, about the part. I honestly wish it could have been different.
Don't give it another thought. You know, you were right about it not being a fair contest. It wasn't. It was rigged. 20 years ago.
Eddie, hi.
Hi, Sylvia.
What a pleasant surprise.
Always good to see you. You got an envelope? I want to leave something for Mr. Bracken.
Yes, of course, there. You've been away, haven't you?
Yes, I made a picture in Norway. Being that close, I thought I ought to visit Sweden and Finland. You know, one of the nice things about being in pictures these days takes you all over the world. Keeps you young. Up here.
You'd be young there even if you didn't travel. Where are you going next?
Tasmania. You know, I bet John Bracken a dime he didn't know where Tasmania was, and I lost. So would you please give him this dime? Beautiful office you have here. Now, a Picasso would look better on these walls. Ciao.
Ciao, Eddie.
Formation of a coalition government, which has been a top priority matter among the Allies, has now been brought officially forward and is being discussed openly rather than in secret. A blueprint for a tripartite...
Hello. Oh, yes. How are you, Rachel?
Fine, thank you. I'm calling about that Hawaiian picture. If it's not too late, I've decided I'd like to do the part.
But you hated it when you read it, and Laura Dean agreed it was wrong for you.
Playing one more sex part won't ruin my career. Aren't they leaving for location this week?
What about the Kevin Grant Western?
They're not going to use me. My writing was terrible.
I assume Diane got the part.
Yes, but this isn't personal. Why, I was out at her house writing just this morning. It's just that, well, I'm very interested in this part, Miss Caldwell.
Canyon Cub Scout was seriously injured today by a hit-and-run horseman when he became separated.
Rachel?
Police are attempting to locate the horse and rider and are asking residents of the Mandeville Canyon area to report any information they may have. Meanwhile, Billy Jeffers remains unconscious at the Hillcrest Emergency Hospital.
Rachel?
I'm sorry, Miss Caldwell. Can I talk to you about this later at the studio?
Of course.
Thank you. Goodbye. Could I please have the number of the Hillcrest Emergency Hospital?
Miss Waring? I'll be leaving now.
Oh, fine, Maria. Thank you. I left your money on the counter.
Yes, I found it. Thank you. Well, Miss Waring, did you hear about the little Jeffers boy?
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, their cook called me just a few minutes ago. He's in the hospital, Miss Waring.
The hospital? What happened?
Somebody on a horse hit him, knocked him down, and rode right on. They didn't even stop.
Do they know who?
Well, not yet, but the police are looking into it, Rita said.
And it happened today?
Mm-hmm. Right before noon. She was expecting them for lunch, the whole group at the house, the Cub Scout group.
Ward 3, Miss Carpenter. Who, please? Billy Jeffers? Are you a member of the family? Oh, I see. Just a moment, please. Excuse me, Lieutenant Carlin.
Yes.
You asked me to tell you if anyone called about the Jeffers boy.
Still on the line?
Yes. She says she's just a friend.
Well,
tell her you'll let her talk directly to Dr. Carlin.
I'm a nurse, not an actress.
Here's your big break.
Hello. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. The Jeffers boy's doctor, Dr. Carlin, is right here.
Hello, this is Dr. Carlin. About the Jeffers boy, could you tell me who's calling, please? There's a nice loud click for you. Looks like the writer was a woman.
Oh, hello.
What happened? You have an accident?
Nothing serious, just brushed a fence post.
And today?
Mm-hmm.
Already rehearsing, huh?
Something like that.
Hey. He's not hurt that badly. He's going to be all right. Come on, look. Let me finish it for you, okay? You know, I came out here in a spirit of very great celebration. I'm awfully pleased for you about the film.
Do we have to talk about that?
Not still brooding about Rachel, are you? Diane, this is a competitive business. Rachel lost this one, she'll win the next.
Sorry, it's just been that sort of day.
For me, too. I was hoping... We just got the revised final. I thought you might like to see it as soon as possible.
Some service. Studio run out of messenger boys?
Well, it was a long drive out here. You suppose I could have a drink before I turn around and go back? Well, driving up here, I thought to myself, I'm going to have to suggest an attack on one of the scenes to Diane. By the time I got to your front door, I realized I was just kidding myself. I didn't come out here to talk about scenes. I came out to see Diane.
How's your wife?
Well, she's fine. I'm sure she'll appreciate your asking.
I'm sorry, Kevin. It's the wrong time.
Hey, you are really upset, aren't you?
We're from the police department, Miss Waring. May we come in?
Yes, of course.
I'm Detective Bruce. This is Detective Tyburn.
Hello. Oh, this is Mr. Grant.
Very pleased to meet you, Mr. Grant.
How do you do?
We understand you stable a horse here.
That's right. May I ask you what this is all about?
Did you happen to ride today, Miss Waring?
Officer, aren't you supposed to tell me my rights?
You seem to know them pretty well already. However, you may remain silent. You have the right to the presence of an attorney before making any statement. Any statement you make may be used against you in a court of law, and if you are financially unable to retain an attorney, one will be provided for you.
I didn't ride today. Will that handle it?
Not quite. Did you give anyone else permission to ride the horse?
I did not.
What about the neighbors? Do they have a rider?
I hardly know my neighbors. Can't you tell me what you're after?
A young boy was run down by a horse in the canyon today about noon. The rider didn't stop.
How is the boy?
I'm afraid he's still unconscious.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, this is just a formality, of course. We're checking all the horse owners in the canyon.
May we take a look at your horse?
My horse?
Strictly routine.
Well,
No need to bother you. We'll just take a minute. Find our own way. Thank you.
Why did you do that?
What?
Lie to them, didn't you?
Well, no, I didn't.
Diane, you told them that you didn't ride today.
But I didn't.
Well, you told me that you did. Isn't that how the horse got cut?
Well, if I said today, I meant yesterday.
You're bandaging him when I got here.
Re-bandaging him.
Oh, I see.
Do you? Or do you think I'm lying?
Why would you do that?
Because I'm guilty, of course, because I ran the child down and I didn't stop. Now, doesn't that sound like me?
Look, Diane, anyone might, if they were frightened enough, do something like that, something instinctive, and then not realize how wrong it was until later.
But I would know at the moment how wrong it was. Believe me. I suppose you found the injured leg?
We did.
I hate to disappoint you, but it happened yesterday.
Looks like a fresh injury.
Freshly bandaged.
You sure about that?
Quite.
How did it happen?
I brushed a fence.
Would you give us permission to have a vet examine the horse?
Certainly.
You realize if you are the person we're looking for, the longer you delay admitting the truth, the harder it'll be for you.
Are you prepared to arrest me? Are you?
Not exactly, no. Unless you're prepared to confess.
I have nothing to confess. I suggest you leave.
Miss Waring. Miss Grant.
Diane, I realize what a tough day this has been for you. How badly you felt about Rachel. But something is wrong here. And that detective is right. For every hour you delay, the harder they're going to be on you. Now, if you want me to, I'll go to the police with you. And if you want to think about it some more, will you call me when you're ready?
You don't believe me, do you?
Diane, love, I believe in you.
Goodbye, Kevin.
I phoned Diane this morning. No answer. 3 times I tried. She's obviously trying to avoid me.
She could have been out.
At 6 a.m.? No, not exactly. Now, I'm worried, Sylvia. I'd like to see the studio step in, help, but...
Well, if what you suspect is true, she has every right to be frightened.
Sylvia, that child may die. Now, Diane has got to report herself.
If she did it, if... Kevin, just because she happens to live in Mandeville Canyon and her horse happens to have a bruised leg, doesn't mean she's guilty. I hate to have you on my jury. You're jumping to conclusions based on circumstantial evidence.
You don't know how much I'd like to believe that. I really don't know how to say this, Sylvia. I don't know how often you may have heard rumors around the studio. I'd like to help Diane. If she needs help. But I don't think she'll let me. I suspect she's afraid people will misinterpret her.
You don't have to say any more, Kevin. I'll do whatever I can.
You're a beautiful lady.
try to locate Rachel Holt for me, please? If she's not on the lot, would you try her at home? Thank you.
On to Kimbo this time, love. Yes, that's pretty. Very nice. Now, same pose. Turn it to the right. That's... Now, love, let's turn it all to the left this time. That's the girl. That's pretty. That is nice. Come on, baby. These are supposed to be with a smile, remember? That's my girl. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so pretty. Okay, that does it. Kill the rain. Thank you, love.
Rachel? I tried to phone you last night, but your phone was busy all night.
I can't stop right now. I promised Laura I'd see her the minute I was through here.
Well, Laura will have to wait. I want you to come with me.
I don't want to go in there.
I think you'd better.
Could I help you?
Yes, we'd like some information on the condition of the patient. The little boy, Billy Jeffers.
No change.
Oh, I suppose we can't see him then.
No, I'm afraid not. However, his parents are in the waiting room if you'd like to see them.
Yes, very much. Thank you. Yes, I'm sure that's the girl. Mr. and Mrs. Jeffers, I'm Diane Waring. I live up the road from you.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm awfully sorry about Billy. I brought a little something for him. No, thank you, Miss Waring.
Helen, don't.
I don't know how you could come here.
Helen, please.
How could she?
Miss Waring, may I see you for just a minute?
Yes, of course.
I'm Lieutenant Carlin. We have met, but I believe we spoke by phone.
By phone?
Yes, didn't you call the hospital and ask about Billy?
No, I'm sorry I didn't.
Well, nevertheless, my man told me about your injured horse. Miss Waring, I can understand how almost anybody could run in panic at first, but I urge you not to compound that error now.
I'm not compounding anything, Lieutenant. I came to see the boy and to give my sympathy to the Jeffers.
Why?
Because I'm a neighbor. You're just going to let her go?
Oh, we have no proof, Mrs. Jeffers.
Wasn't it obvious?
Not as obvious as I first thought.
It wasn't very pleasant, was it?
It was horrible. It's all horrible. All that pain for the boy and his parents just because of a stupid accident. And now somebody has to be blamed for it and pay the penalty.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
But you're really very lucky. Did you know that, Diane? Your father, very big man, isn't he? What do they call them? A corporation lawyer. Very impressive, important. But there's nothing he couldn't handle. Nothing too big for him. Wealthy, influential. Of course he'll get you off. And I bet with him handling it, there wouldn't even be any damage to your career. But can you imagine if it had been me? My life would be over right now, wouldn't it? So I guess in a way I'm lucky too, aren't I? Here comes a bus. Suddenly I feel like a bus ride. I guess it's because I grew up on them.
Glad you're back. Miss Caldwell's called down here twice. She said the minute you get back to give her a call from here.
I'm a little rushed right now, Freddie. I'm sure it can wait.
Well, it didn't sound like it. Ah, come on. Give her a quick call. Make it a lot easier on me.
Laura Dean, please. Where? Oh, projection room 2. Thank you very much.
Miss Holt, wait a minute.
Laura? Rachel? I'm in the middle of a screening.
Laura, can I talk to you just a minute, please?
Enough, Pat. Enough. Now, what is it?
Laura, you've got to help me.
Honey, what's wrong?
Well, it's been much more of a disappointment than I thought it would be losing the part.
Is it losing the part or losing the part to Diane?
Both.
If you're going to get anywhere, you're going to have to get used to it. It'll happen again.
I'm going to get somewhere, and I'm going to get over this. And that's why the Hawaiian part suddenly means so much to me.
The Hawaiian film? Now, we've been all through that, and I thought we agreed it was all wrong for you.
I want it now. It's exactly what I need to get over this. You've got to help me with Sylvia.
If Sylvia said no, she said no for the same reason that I'm about to. She was thinking of your overall career.
Overall career? I'm not going to have any career unless somebody helps me. Somebody.
Rachel, what is this? What is it, honey?
Nobody cares about me. Nobody.
May I talk to you, please, Rachel?
Of course.
Let's go to my office.
It's just that the picture suddenly seems so right for me, and I'd love the trip. Even though the picture's been delayed, if I could go on with the advance crew.
No calls, Millie, please. You know how delays are. One often leads to another. You wouldn't want to get stranded in Hawaii.
Wouldn't I? Sounds wonderful.
It's no answer. Running never is.
Running? From what?
Sit down, Rachel. Sit down. I'd like to help you if I can. Now, don't you think we ought to be talking about the Jeffers boy?
The Jeffers boy?
Yes. He was run down by a horse yesterday near Diane's house. Now, when we talked by phone, didn't you tell me you'd just been at Diane's house, riding?
Well, you must have misunderstood me. I said I'd been there, but not riding. I don't do that very well, you know.
Yes, I know. In this business, Rachel, it's very easy for things to get out of proportion. Everything seems to be so glamorous and exciting. Sometimes we lose track of what's really important to us.
I never forget what's important to me.
Don't you? Well, then let's talk about it. What are your values, Rachel? Let's talk about it. You know, there's so many things that are far more important than becoming a movie star.
Nothing's more important to me.
Rachel, don't ever make that mistake. I can name you half a dozen famous women who did, and the ones who aren't dead are drunk.
Well, I'm live and sober. Goodbye, Miss Caldwell. To see the Jeffers boy. Has there been any change?
He seems to be conscious a little more of the time now, but that's about all.
Would it be possible for me to see him for just a moment? I'm a friend of the family.
You'll have to have their permission. I believe they're downstairs in the cafeteria right now.
I know. I was just with them. And they suggested I see Billy before I leave.
Oh. Well, all right then.
Billy?
Yes?
You mustn't stay but a minute.
I promise. How do you feel, Billy?
Okay. Who are you?
You don't recognize me?
No.
Sure? Sure you don't recognize me?
No. Unless... maybe...
Unless... maybe what, Billy?
Princess.
What?
You look like a princess. Is your frog with you?
Frog?
Princess and the Frog. You know.
He's waiting in my coach, Billy. You get better. I'll see you again soon. I'd like to thank you for not turning me in, Diane.
Rachel, I'll help in any way I can. After all, it was my horse, and I did encourage you to ride.
Yes, you did.
You're not turning yourself in.
Have you tried putting yourself in my place lately?
Yes. Yes, I have. Seeing this place, the way I live, and what it must look like to you. Imagining myself without my father, without anyone. And I got scared, like you got scared. Then I asked myself, frightened as I was, could I do what you did? Could I allow someone else to take the blame for me?
Did you get an answer?
I don't think I could do it, Rachel. I really don't. But if that's what you want, you really want, and really need, I'll take the blame for you.
You will?
police car. You called them already?
Yes.
But how did you know that I'd agreed?
I didn't. They're not here for you. They're here for me. I turned myself in and I told them that I'd be here.
I don't understand.
I just wanted to see if you well-bred people are all you're cracked up to be. I've seen. You are. Diane, please forgive me.
Oh, Rachel,
No. I'll go.
May we come in, please? Miss Waring, pleasure to see you again. Are you Rachel Holt?
Yes, I am.
Are you the one who gave us the call?
Yes.
You ready to go with us?
what exactly is necessary?
For now, she'll have to sign a statement at headquarters, Miss Waring.
Wait a minute, I want to go too.
Diane, that won't be necessary.
I want to. But first I want to make a telephone call to someone who'll help you as much as he would me.
What was that all about?
She's calling her father.
Tomorrow? Wonderful. No, the boy's going to be fine. And the parents have decided to drop the charges. Yes. Oh, well, we offered, but Rachel insists upon paying the hospital bills herself. We'll pay them now, and she'll repay them to us out of her salary. What? All right. We'll look forward to seeing you. Just a minute. Here she is. She wants to talk to you again.
Hello again. Yes, sir. Well, of course, anything you say. What? Oh, okay. No, I promise. I really do. And thanks again, very much. Goodbye, sir. Do you know what your father wants me to do? Today, this afternoon.
Get back on that horse.
How did you know?
How do you suppose I became such a good rider? Come on, let's get going. Thank you, Miss Caldwell.